I don't know if you can tell, but it is the middle of January and it is cold outside. There's snow on the ground. And unlike my kitty cat, I don't want to lay around all winter. I'm so excited that I finally get to start my seeds of the new season of the 2026 garden season. So come along. I'm going to show you the seeds that I'll be starting, the soil that I'll be using, kind of the things that I've noticed about it, and just kind of show you all the things that I've learned from my years of experience. And hopefully this will be encouraging for you, and maybe you'll learn something, and maybe it'll be inspirational or just pure enjoyment. So come along and let's grow together. So the first thing I'm going to plant is rosemary, and I have from 3 different sellers. So I have one from Botanical Interest, from M.I. Gardener, and then from Fairy Morse. So rosemary is very hard to germinate. So it's kind of picky. It's kind of like lavender. And I think it actually does prefer to be cold stratified. So special germination, rosemary, has a low germination rate. So these are the seeds that I chose out of my huge seed pile. And these are the ones that I want to grow for this growing season. So that's not all the seeds I have, but that's all that I want to grow this season. So how I have them organize my seeds, so basically it's, there's like a chunk of seeds that are 10 to 12 weeks I have to start. Then after a while, it's 8 to 10 weeks, and then it's 6 to 8 weeks, and then just closer and closer. And then I think some of them are direct seed, right, like this one. So that's kind of how I have them started. As of now, I probably have 14 weeks before last frost. So I'm starting things a little bit earlier. So I have rosemary that I'll be starting, some yellow onions, red onions, and then stock. That's a spring flower. And then I have some Lisianthus. And I don't have in here yet tomatoes, because that's way later. And like green beans, I'll be direct seeding that in the garden, and beets and carrots. So I don't have those things out. These are the things that just have to have a head start, that I want them to bloom early. So I have, it's mostly flowers and peppers, spicy peppers, sweet peppers, and then I have some rosemary, onions. So mostly that. But look, you can kind of see some spicy peppers, sweet peppers, some flowers. These are like dahlias. These are things that just have to be started a little bit earlier. Lots of flowers. So I chose this bag from Home Depot, and I chose this one because it's OMRI rated, which is like certified for organic growing. And I got the potting, it's called potting mix. So I'm gonna use that. Yeah, and this one has a lot of chunks of like wood chips. So I'm trying something new. This is my husband's metal detecting thing for like sifting sand to find treasures. So I'm using this to sift the dirt so I can get big chunks out, because it has like a lot of big mulch and stuff. So then that way I have fine dirt left. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is kind of what I thought of last minute. I have stuff outside that I can use. So I'm thinking here I'm gonna do Lisianthus. I don't want big chunks like this. Look at that. Big pieces of wood. Just not good for little seedlings. So I'm gonna kind of Sift it through with my hand. Like this little matted stuff looks like carpet. I don't want that. So I'm gonna get that out. Okay, that's for my Lisianthus. These are gonna be for my onions because onions have long roots, so I want them to sit in this container for a long time. So I'm kind of sifting through my hand to make sure there's no clumps of matted stuff in here. And it's okay if it has chunks. Onions are pretty resilient. If they can grow outside in the dirt, they don't need to be babied. Okay, so there's one. I'm probably gonna grow 3 different varieties of onions. So I'm gonna do 1 yellow and 2 red. I like red onions more than yellow. Look at that huge chunk of wood. So we'll see. I always over plant onions. I think I have room for them, and then I struggle with space. And kind of give it a shake, make sure that it settles, because once I water all this, it's going to settle a lot more. So I want to make sure that I have a lot of dirt in here. This needs more. So I'm hoping that this will be like the final destination for the onions, so I don't have to transfer them. I'll pot them to a bigger size. So I'm hoping to keep them here. So that's why I want to make sure that it has plenty of soil. Okay, so I'll probably do one of these for Rosemary. I had Lisianthus in here last year. Okay. This is not as fine as I would like it to be. So this is just the first soil. I bought a different soil from Lowe's that I'm gonna try too. This one is like, has a lot of chunks in it. Should have sifted it. Push it in, make sure. Perfect. Kind of going through, feeling for chunks. Anything like this, I don't want to put that in. Press slightly into the soil. So my plan is, because rosemary is so kind of difficult, I'm gonna try it from all 3 different packages from different sellers and see, hopefully I have better luck. Yep. Okay. So this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is about 25 seeds. And last year I had 6 rosemary plants, well, maybe 8. And that was perfect amount for me to have a year's worth. So, and actually one of the plants I'm keeping overwintering, trying. So let's see if it works. So rosemary has to have light to germinate. So I'm going to press the soil first and then put the seeds on top. Okay, so I'm going to put a few seeds in here. Actually, I'll just do, so this whole seed cell tray would be for rosemary. That's how much I love it. And I'm going to try several seeds. Okay, so this one is done. Let's do fairy morse. Last year I had to start rosemary twice, like 2 different times, because it just didn't germinate. He loves the heat. It's very picky. Okay, and then from MI Garden. Oh, this is not even open yet. Save this for next time. Oh my goodness, if all of these sprout, well, I doubt it. I just need 6 plants. So I have about probably 50 seeds in here. I just need 6. So please sprout. So I'm gonna press them into the soil so they have contact with the soil, and then put perlite on top, because rosemary needs light to germinate. So perlite will let the light through, but also help hold the moisture. So I have this bag of perlite. This is OMRI listed for organic gardening. Yeah, helps improve water retention. Make sure these are all spread out. Okay. So I got rosemary. Nice. And then I'm going to label it. One. So rosemary's done. Oh, I never labeled my rosemary. Here's the rosemary. So I had to check my video from last season harvest, and ruby red was the one that didn't do as well for me. It bolted. A lot of the ruby reds bolted, but the red impasta was the one that I liked. I want to grow all these onions. I don't have that much room. I'll do what did well for me. So red impasta. So I got to do that one. Okay, so red impasta. Red impasta, red long of Tropea, and then sweet Spanish. Okay, I feel good about that. Sweet Spanish yellow jumbo. These are the jumbo ones. These did awesome last year. It's like charcoal. Just literally Spread it every which way. And then this is a new one I haven't done yet. Red long of Tropea. So I think I'm gonna do Lisianthus. These are the seeds that I saved from my garden. So I'm gonna plant them in this container. This one takes a long time to germinate, and last year I had a terrible luck with it. I only had like 4 or 5 plants out of like 16 or so that I started. 4 or 5 of them that actually survived. So this year I have my own seeds. Oh my word, they're so tiny. And so this year I have tons that I'm going to be starting. Look how tiny that is. So I'll be starting from my own seeds. So hopefully I'll have lots of that will germinate, because I have lots of seed to spare. So these need light to germinate. So I'm gonna make sure that my surface is nice and compacted like this. So that way the seeds kind of don't get lost in like the lumps of the soil. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I mean, just sprinkle them on, I guess. This is probably like 100 seeds. So if these don't germinate, I don't know. So these are all that I saved from like 3 different plants. So some kind of like browned on the plant, so you can see the seeds are brown. So some of the seeds, right, like this one, he browned on the plant, so he got brown, but some of them are still yellow. And those are the ones that I had to let dry on my own. Wow, they're so tiny. I feel like they're gonna be still left in my hand. So here, can you see? Hi, baby. So, oh, that's good. At least you can see it in the soil. So all the yellow spots, look at that compared to my nail. So all the yellow are Lisianthus seeds. So very, very tiny. Okay. So now with these, I'm gonna put perlites. So this is stock. and like one stem is like one flower. So I wanted to have at least like 20 or 30 of them. I just realized that for my garden, I wanted to have more of a statement. So I want to plant lots. And it's nice when you save your own seeds. So then that way you don't have to worry about being careful and like, oh, I don't want to waste the seed. I want to make sure that this and that. I can't plant as many. I saved so many of my own seeds that now I can literally put 10 in each container. These are spring flowers, so I want to make sure that they're ready to go in the spring. Okay, something like that. There it is, first seeds, 2026. Stay tuned for next week. I'll be starting more seeds and just keeping you updated on how things grow and giving you tips and tricks and all the things. So I hope you enjoyed it, that you learned something. Follow along and we'll keep on growing. Bye.